Recognizing your inner voice is the first step in unlocking the power and guidance that resides within you. This voice, often quiet and subtle, is the source of intuition, wisdom, and encouragement that knows your true potential, even when external circumstances or self-doubt cloud your judgment. Many people go through life reacting to the opinions of others, societal expectations, or fleeting emotions, never pausing to listen to the steady, reliable guidance that comes from within. Learning to identify and acknowledge this inner voice allows you to make decisions aligned with your authentic self, fostering clarity, confidence, and purpose. The inner voice often manifests as a sense of knowing, a subtle nudge, or a feeling that one path is right over another. It may also present itself as ideas, inspirations, or convictions that arise unexpectedly but resonate deeply. The challenge lies in distinguishing this inner guidance from the noise of fear, doubt, or external influence. Many people ignore or dismiss these signals because they are accustomed to prioritizing logic, routine, or the validation of others over their own intuition. By developing awareness and mindfulness, you can begin to differentiate between true inner guidance and fleeting thoughts or distractions, giving weight to the voice that consistently encourages growth, courage, and purposeful action. Recognizing your inner voice also requires self-reflection and honesty. It involves asking deep questions about your values, passions, and goals, and taking time to observe how your thoughts and feelings respond to different choices. This process builds a relationship with yourself, allowing you to tune into your instincts that often point toward your highest potential. Journaling, meditation, or quiet contemplation are practical ways to create space for your inner voice to emerge free from the clamor of external pressures. By consistently practicing these methods, you strengthen your ability to hear and trust your intuition, even in moments of uncertainty. The benefits of recognizing your inner voice are profound. When you listen to this guidance, you experience increased confidence, better decision-making, and a clearer sense of purpose. Life becomes less about reacting to circumstances or the expectations of others, and more about proactively aligning actions with your true goals and values. This alignment reduces internal conflict, fosters resilience, and empowers you to pursue opportunities that genuinely resonate with your ambitions and passions. It is important to understand that recognizing your inner voice does not mean that every decision will be effortless or free from challenge. Life presents complex situations, risks, and competing priorities. However, when you cultivate the habit of listening to your inner guidance, even in difficult moments, you create a framework for navigating uncertainty with clarity and intentionality. Over time, the ability to recognize your inner voice becomes an invaluable tool for personal growth, self-confidence, and the realization of your full potential, allowing you to move forward with purpose and conviction. Silencing the noise of external opinions is essential to trusting your inner child and fully embracing your potential. From the moment we are born, we are surrounded by voices that shape our beliefs, expectations, and sense of possibility. Family, friends, teachers, colleagues, and society at large often impose their own definitions of success, limitations, and acceptable paths in life. While guidance and advice can be valuable, an over-reliance on external validation can drown out your inner voice, leaving you uncertain, hesitant, and disconnected from your true self. Learning to filter these influences allows you to cultivate clarity, confidence, and authenticity. External opinions often carry judgment, doubt, or bias. People may project their own fears, insecurities, or unfulfilled ambitions onto you, intentionally or unintentionally shaping the way you see yourself and your potential. Listening too closely to these voices can create self-doubt, hesitation, and a tendency to conform to expectations that do not align with your values or purpose. By recognizing that these opinions reflect the perspective of others rather than your intrinsic truth, you reclaim the ability to make decisions grounded in your own guidance and convictions. Silencing external noise requires both awareness and intentional action. Awareness begins with recognizing when your decisions, emotions, or energy are being influenced by outside pressures rather than your own judgment. This involves observing patterns of thought, evaluating the sources of advice or criticism, and questioning whether they align with your personal values and goals. Intentional action involves setting boundaries, prioritizing your inner voice, and creating the mental and physical space to reflect, make decisions, and act based on your own convictions. This may include limiting exposure to negative influences, seeking constructive rather than critical input, and dedicating time to self-reflection and introspection. Another critical aspect of silencing external opinions is developing self-trust. The more you act in alignment with your inner voice and see positive results, the stronger your confidence becomes in your own judgment. Each decision made authentically, without being swayed by fear or societal pressure, reinforces the belief that your inner champion knows the best path for your life. Over time, this builds resilience against criticism, gossip, or unsolicited advice, allowing you to navigate challenges with clarity and purpose. It is also important to understand that silencing external noise does not mean ignoring guidance entirely. Mentors, coaches, and loved ones can offer valuable perspectives, but the key is to evaluate these inputs critically and integrate only what resonates with your goals and values. By doing so, you maintain your autonomy while benefiting from the wisdom of others. Ultimately, learning to filter out external opinions empowers you to live authentically and act decisively. It strengthens the connection with your inner champion, allowing you to pursue opportunities, make bold choices, and navigate life with confidence. By prioritizing your own guidance over the judgment of others, you create a foundation for self-belief, resilience, and purposeful action, enabling you to unlock your potential and achieve meaningful growth. Building confidence through self-belief is a cornerstone of trusting your inner champion and unlocking your full potential. Many people underestimate the power of believing in themselves, often allowing self-doubt, past failures, or external criticism to dictate their choices and limit their achievements. Confidence is not simply a trait one is born with. It is cultivated through consistent recognition of one's strengths, accomplishments, and capacity for growth. By intentionally developing self-belief, you create a solid foundation for making bold decisions, overcoming challenges, and pursuing opportunities that align with your purpose. Self-belief begins with awareness of your strengths and achievements. Reflecting on past successes, however small, reinforces the understanding that you are capable of progress and accomplishment. Every challenge you have overcome, every skill you have developed, and every goal you have achieved serves as evidence of your ability to succeed again. This process of acknowledgement strengthens confidence and serves as a reminder that your inner voice, your intuition, and your judgment are trustworthy. By focusing on what you have already proven capable of, you counteract the negative influence of doubt and fear. Another essential component of building confidence is reframing failures and setbacks. Rather than viewing them as indicators of inadequacy, they should be seen as opportunities for learning and growth. Each challenge encountered and navigated successfully enhances resilience and reinforces the belief that you can handle future obstacles. This mindset encourages persistence, transforms fear into motivation, and strengthens the internal voice that guides you towards success. By embracing failure as a natural part of growth, you maintain momentum and continue to act in alignment with your inner champion. Positive self-talk and affirmations also play a crucial role in cultivating self-belief. The way you speak to yourself internally shapes your perception of ability, worth, and potential. Replacing self-criticism with empowering statements, focusing on strengths rather than limitations, and visualizing successful outcomes reinforces confidence. This practice gradually rewires your mindset, making it easier to trust your instincts, take decisive action, and maintain composure in the face of uncertainty. Surrounding yourself with supportive environments and people further strengthens self-belief. Mentors, peers, and communities that encourage growth, celebrate progress, and provide constructive feedback help reinforce the confidence you cultivate internally, while external support should not replace reliance on your inner voice. It serves to validate your efforts and bolster your courage to pursue challenges. Ultimately, building confidence through self-belief enables you to act decisively, overcome fear, and embrace opportunities that align with your true purpose. It bridges the gap between potential and achievement by reinforcing the trust you have in yourself and your inner champion. With consistent reflection, positive reinforcement, resilience, and a supportive environment, self-belief becomes a reliable force that guides you through life's challenges, empowers meaningful action, and allows your inner voice to lead with clarity and conviction. Taking action aligned with your inner guidance is the bridge between intention and achievement. And it is essential for trusting your inner champion. Many people possess dreams, talents, and aspirations, yet they struggle to translate these into tangible results because they hesitate, overthink, or rely too heavily on external validation. Action transforms potential into reality. And when it is guided by your inner voice, it becomes purposeful, confident, and deeply fulfilling. Understanding how to align your actions with your intuition is crucial to living authentically and achieving your goals. The first step in taking aligned action is clarity. You must clearly understand what your inner voice is communicating, what your goals are, and why they matter. Without this clarity, action can become unfocused or misdirected, leading to wasted energy, frustration, and doubt. By spending time reflecting on your values, passions, and the long-term outcomes you desire, you create a roadmap for purposeful action. This clarity ensures that every step you take resonates with your authentic self, amplifying motivation and reducing the influence of fear or hesitation. Courage plays a vital role in acting on your inner guidance. Following your inner voice often requires stepping into the unknown, making decisions that may defy conventional advice, and confronting the possibility of failure or criticism. Courage is not the absence of fear, but the willingness to act despite it. When you consistently take steps that align with your inner champion, you build a track record of experience and results that reinforces trust in your own judgment. Each courageous act strengthens confidence, making future decisions easier and more instinctive. Consistency is another critical element. Taking action sporadically or only when inspired limits your progress and undermines the trust you place in your inner guidance. Aligning your actions with your inner voice requires regular, deliberate effort, even when motivation fluctuates or external circumstances are challenging. Over time, consistent action creates momentum, compounds growth, and deepens the connection between your decisions and your sense of purpose. The more consistently you act in alignment with your inner guidance, the more naturally your confidence and trust in yourself will grow. Reflection and adjustment are essential to ensure continued alignment. Not every decision or action will be perfect, and learning from experience is vital. By evaluating outcomes, observing what feels authentic, and adjusting your approach, you refine your ability to interpret and act on your inner voice. This iterative process strengthens intuition, builds resilience, and enhances your capacity for strategic and purposeful action in the future. Ultimately, taking action aligned with your inner guidance empowers you to move from thought to accomplishment, from potential to achievement. It transforms passive contemplation into dynamic, meaningful progress and reinforces the trust you place in your inner champion. By combining clarity, courage, consistency, and reflection, your actions become a true expression of your values, purpose, and potential, guiding you towards success, fulfillment, and a life fully lived. Overcoming fear and doubt is a critical step in trusting your inner champion and fully realizing your potential. Fear and self-doubt are natural human responses that arise whenever you step beyond your comfort zone or face uncertainty. They can manifest as hesitation, procrastination, or even the avoidance of opportunities that have the potential to transform your life. While these emotions are common, allowing them to dominate your decisions can prevent you from acting on your inner guidance and achieving meaningful growth. Learning to confront and navigate fear and doubt is essential for building resilience, confidence, and the courage to pursue your goals. Fear often stems from uncertainty or perceived risk. People worry about failure, criticism, or disappointing themselves or others. This fear can paralyze action, causing individuals to stay in familiar but unfulfilling situations. By recognizing that fear is a natural signal that you are moving toward growth, you can reframe it as a guide rather than a barrier. Instead of avoiding what scares you, embracing fear as an indicator of opportunity allows you to take deliberate steps forward with courage. Each time you act despite fear, you reinforce your trust in your inner champion and build a pattern of confidence that encourages future bold decisions. Self-doubt frequently arises from negative self-talk or past experiences. It can create a persistent inner critic that questions your abilities, decisions, and worth. Overcoming self-doubt requires challenging these limiting beliefs and replacing them with evidence of your competence, resilience, and previous achievements. Reflecting on moments when you have succeeded despite uncertainty strengthens the belief that you are capable of handling challenges. By consciously redirecting attention from doubt to capability, you create a mental environment in which your inner voice can guide you with clarity and authority. Practical strategies for overcoming fear and doubt include preparation, visualization, and incremental action. Preparing thoroughly for challenges builds confidence, reduces uncertainty, and equips you with the tools to respond effectively. Visualization allows you to mentally rehearse success, reinforcing a positive mindset and a sense of capability. Taking incremental steps toward goals ensures that progress is manageable and sustainable, gradually eroding fear while demonstrating the practical application of your inner guidance. Each small success builds momentum, strengthens resilience, and deepens trust in your instincts. Support systems also play a role in mitigating fear and doubt. Mentors, peers, and communities that provide encouragement, perspective, and constructive feedback can help you maintain focus and confidence. While external support should never replace reliance on your inner voice, it can validate your decisions and reinforce your capacity to act despite challenges. Ultimately, overcoming fear and doubt allows you to act decisively, trust your inner guidance, and embrace opportunities that align with your true purpose. By reframing fear as a sign of growth, challenging self-doubt with evidence of competence, and taking consistent, deliberate action, you strengthen your inner champion. This process builds resilience, confidence, and courage, enabling you to navigate life's uncertainties while fully expressing your potential and living with intention. Cultivating a lifelong relationship with your inner champion is essential for sustained personal growth, self-trust, and the consistent pursuit of your goals. Your inner champion is not a fleeting feeling or occasional burst of inspiration. It is a reliable source of guidance, motivation, and clarity that, when nurtured, can serve as a constant companion throughout your life. Developing this relationship requires intentional practice, self-reflection, and a commitment to listening and responding to the wisdom within. It is through this ongoing connection that you build resilience, confidence, and the ability to navigate challenges with clarity and purpose. The foundation of this relationship begins with awareness. You must recognize the presence and value of your inner voice, understanding that it represents your authentic perspective, intuition, and potential. Many people live disconnected from this guidance, relying primarily on external validation or societal expectations to direct their choices. By intentionally tuning into your thoughts, feelings, and instincts, you create the mental space to hear your inner champion. Practices such as journaling, meditation, quiet reflection, or mindful observation of your reactions and inclinations can strengthen this awareness and foster a deeper understanding of your true motivations and desires. Consistency in listening is equally important. A one-time effort to hear your inner voice is insufficient. Cultivating a reliable relationship requires repeated attention and action over time. Each time you pause to consider your inner guidance, reflect on its messages, and act accordingly, you reinforce trust in your own judgment. This consistency builds confidence, making it easier to rely on your inner champion even in moments of uncertainty or external pressure. The repeated practice of consulting your inner voice ensures that it becomes a dependable source of insight, clarity, and encouragement rather than a sporadic or overlooked influence. Another critical aspect is responsiveness. Listening to your inner champion is not enough. You must also act on its guidance. Taking intentional steps aligned with your inner voice reinforces the value of the relationship and demonstrates that your instincts are worthy of trust. Even small decisions made consistently in alignment with your inner guidance cultivate confidence and strengthen the feedback loop between reflection and action. Over time, this responsiveness creates a sense of empowerment, demonstrating that you are capable of navigating challenges and making meaningful progress toward your goals. Maintaining this relationship also involves self-compassion and patience. Your inner champion may sometimes offer guidance that challenges comfort zones, confronts fear, or pushes you toward growth that feels uncomfortable. recognizing that growth is a process and allowing yourself the space to learn, adapt, and occasionally make mistakes strengthens the connection between you and your inner guidance. Patience ensures that temporary setbacks or missteps do not undermine your trust in yourself. Ultimately, cultivating a lifelong relationship with your inner champion provides a consistent foundation for decision-making, resilience, and personal fulfillment. By practicing awareness, consistency, responsiveness, and patience, you create a dependable source of guidance that empowers you to navigate life with confidence and purpose. This ongoing connection allows you to fully express your potential, make choices aligned with your authentic self, and sustain a sense of clarity, motivation, and fulfillment throughout every stage of life.